What's up internet? In this video I'm going to show you how to get better at any fighting game in 3 steps. You're going to go from this.
You lose.
To this, if you follow these 3 simple steps.
You win.
Alright, let's get right into it. Step number 1. You have to learn the game. When you're first starting to learn a game, it can be really overwhelming, right? There's a lot of information out there. There's an infinite amount of strategies, and each of the characters have a bunch of moves that you gotta remember. Because of this, when you're learning the game, you gotta limit yourself. The first thing you need to do is learn the mechanics of the game, the basic mechanics. These are the rules of the games, right? So for example, in DOA, attacks beat throws, throws beat holds, and holds beat attacks. This is called the triangle system, and this system is the core mechanic of DOA. Each and every fighting game has their own mechanics. A lot of modern fighting games nowadays include tutorials. Pretty extensive tutorials too, so go through all of it. Once you're comfortable with the mechanics of the game, just choose one character. Again, you want to limit yourself, right? Because you're still learning. Just choose one character that you really like, whether you like how they look, or their moves, or maybe their personality. Just pick one character.
It's time to party!
And even with just playing one character, it can be really overwhelming at first. You're not going to remember all the moves in the moveset. So just pick out only a few moves, maybe 2 or 3, and then one combo for that character. The idea here is to limit yourself so you don't get overwhelmed quickly. Just think of it this way. When you're first starting to learn how to write, you're not going to be able to write full sentences and paragraphs, right? You got to learn the ABCs first, and then the grammar. So it's the same concept here. We gotta take it one step at a time. Another good resource to learn about any particular fighting game is just to Google it. So for example, I want to learn more about Soul Calibur, so I just put in Soul Calibur forums. An 8-way run comes up first. Click on it. Right here there are sub-forums for each and every character. There's a forum for new players. Let's say I really like Huang as a character, so I'm gonna start using him. So I click on that. So here's a thread about his frame data. I wouldn't worry about this so much if you're a beginner, but you can get into this when you become a little bit more advanced. Maybe this thread is right for you right here, Huang Basics. So just read through it. Yeah, when you have downtime, you're not playing the game, just read through these things. Looks like there's a combo video here. You can watch this and then just pick out one combo that you like and then learn it. And take your time. This is not a race. It's about having fun and learning the game. After you're comfortable with the basic mechanics and just a few moves of your particular chosen character, go practice them. Go through the story mode, survival mode, whatever. Just practice against the computer. And the reason why you want to practice against the computer first before you go face live opponents is because you want to be able to perform these moves and combos at an instinctive level, so you don't have to think about it. The last thing you want to do is facing a live opponent and then getting your butt kicked in and you're still thinking, what was that move again? How do I do that move again? How do I do the combo again? Just practice against the CPU. Once you know the basic mechanics and the moves and combos of your character like the back of your hand, then you're ready to go out and perform against live opponents. In the beginning, you're probably gonna get your brains beat out of you. Let's be honest, but that's okay. Don't worry about winning or losing right now. You're mostly gonna lose. What you want to accomplish here when facing a live opponent is to see whether your moves and combos actually work or not against a live opponent. After each and every match, don't go back fighting right away. Just pick out one thing that didn't work and come up with a strategy so you can deal with it better next time. So another way to think of it is this. When you're new at any fighting game, you don't know anything about the game obviously. It's exactly like having a toolbox. And in the beginning, your toolbox is completely empty, right? Maybe there's one tool in it, and that tool is probably mashing. Just pressing random buttons. And then over time, as you learn from the websites and strategies, as you play the game, you learn what works and what didn't work. So you add new tools to your toolbox. So for example, when you play against a player who counters low a lot, now you know after every stun, you're gonna just throw low. So that's one tool you can add to your toolbox. And so the opponent would start noticing that you've been throwing low, and then they'll start attacking on stuns. So this is when you launch them instead. And really, as time goes on, you start seeing new things, and then you'll be able to adjust to them accordingly depending on the situation. So what you're doing essentially is adding more tools in your toolbox. So really the key here is just to stick with it so you can see all kinds of situations, right? The more you play the game, the more players you play against, the more situations you encounter, and the better equipped you are, the more tools in your toolbox you have, right? And by then, you'll be a pretty good fighting game player. Alright, so I got a little diagram here. So in the beginning, you're gonna learn everything you can about the game and your character. Then you're gonna practice what you learn. And the reason why you need to practice what you learned so you can remember what you learned. So once you're comfortable with executing moves and combos and strategies, you're gonna need to perform what you practiced. So you go out there, play against live competition online, so perform what you practiced. So after each and every performance, in other words, each and after every match, you're gonna examine it, dissect it, and see what you can learn from your performance. What worked out well, what didn't. Right? So you're gonna learn from your performance. And in the beginning, most of your performance is gonna be poor, right? So you're gonna learn and examine your poor performances and see what you can improve on, see what you can do better. So for example, you're getting killed by the same combo over and over again. So now what you need to do next is dissect and analyze this combo and learn how to defend it better. Form a strategy. Okay, so if I see this combo again, this is what I'm gonna do. Then you go to practice mode and practice how to defend that combo. Most fighting games have a record mode where you can record the combo and then practice how to defend it better. So the next time you're playing live matches again and you see the same combo, now you're better equipped to deal with it. But a smart opponent will adjust and they'll do a different combo or a different strategy, and they destroy you again. So what do? Well, you pick one strategy and then you analyze it, and then you learn from it, you practice against it, and then now you can defend two things now. So you keep on repeating this process or this cycle over and over and over again, and eventually you're going to become a solid player. And this is where the fun part is, just constant improvement versus winning. Who cares about wins and losses? They're just numbers. What really matters is how much better you're getting after every single fight. Sure, it's nice to win and all, but you don't learn much from winning. You learn more by losing. And it goes without saying, if you don't analyze your losses, you're not gonna get any better because you're gonna be doing the same mistakes over and over again. So you have to go through this process to get better, right? Seeing yourself improve over time is very satisfying. What's that saying? It's not the destination, it's the journey that counts.